Hello, kids! Welcome to Cram Educational TV. In this video, we will talk about the introduction to punctuations. What even is punctuation? Punctuation is a symbol or symbols used in a fiction and non-fiction text. When we say fiction, it is a novel, fantasy, or myths. And when we say non-fiction text, it's all about facts, news, articles, anything that is true, and also in writing. But the aim of punctuation is to make the communication easier. Why do you think it is important to know? Let's find out. The only reason why is it important to know the punctuations and matters of punctuations linked to a communication. If we know how to use punctuations, our communication would be easier for us to understand what we read. It is easier for others to understand what we have written. And we become better communicators, and in reading and writing gets easier. That's the most important things about the punctuations. It links the communication. Now let's read an example, a statement or a text without the use of punctuation. Let's read this text. John said, "Hi Fred, how are you?" But Fred's headphones were too loud for him to hear. What do you think? If we didn't use punctuations in a text or statements, we are not able to identify the message. We don't know what the message all about. We don't know what the emotions are being delivered in the text. But let's read statement with correct punctuations. John said, "Hi Fred, how are you?" But Fred's headphones were too loud for him to hear. What have you observed when we use a punctuation in a statement? The reader will easily understand the statements and the listener easy to understand as well what is the message of the statements. With correct punctuations, we, the readers and the listeners, easily understand what we have read and write. Now, but what are the main punctuation symbols? First is quotation mark. Quotation marks are used to represent exact written or spoken language from another individual. Quotation marks also set off the titles of poems, short stories, and articles. Certain words or phrases can also be given special meaning in the use of quotation marks. Next is the comma. A comma is a punctuation mark that indicates a pause in a sentence or separates items in a list. A comma is also used before the words "and" or "but" to join two independent clauses. Next is the apostrophe. An apostrophe is a punctuation mark that appears as part of a word to show possession, to make a plural number, or to indicate the omission of one or more letters. There are three uses of apostrophes. In most cases, an apostrophe is used to show possession. Next is ellipsis. It is a type of punctuation that represents a pause or that something has been intentionally left out. Specifically, it shows that words have been cut from a direct quote so the reader knows the original passage has been modified. In form, the ellipsis is three dots or periods. Next is the bracket. A bracket is either of two tall for or back facing punctuation marks commonly used to isolate a segment of text or data from its surroundings. Lastly, semicolon has only one major use. It is used to join two complete sentences into a single written sentence when all of the following conditions are met. And that's end our discussion. A job well done. I hope you understand something in this video. Thank you so much for listening and see you on my next video.